Now, let me just conclude, before I ask for questions, a little bit about law as a degree and as a career. Law is an excellent degree to do. It's a very good training. It's a very good intellectual training. It's a very broad training. And it's well worth you considering as a training whether or not you want to become a lawyer. Now, I know, and everyone is very conscious, that the entries are very high in some of the universities for law, but there are a number of universities that offer law with different level of entries. You can look around and see whether another university will admit you for law, even if some of them won't. So do be conscious of looking around. Second, as a career, law is a very valuable thing as a career, and I think the reason essentially is you can make a difference to people's lives. You can support people's rights. You can articulate people's rights and look after them. And I think by having a career which both is intellectually challenging and personally makes a difference to people, that is a very good combination. So if you've got it in you that you think you might like to practice law, my advice to you is do follow your dream. Try and get into a university, try and then come into the legal profession and seek to practice. But only 50% of law graduates practice law. A lot of them go into government, into commerce, into business, into the diplomatic, into numerous areas of life other than just the law, because law is a very good general degree. So do be encouraged, if you want to do law, do be encouraged to have a go at it. If you want to practice law, be encouraged. You don't have to be a barrister or a solicitor. The barrister in the robe standing up in court, solicitor working in a solicitor's office on people's wills or businesses. There's much other good legal work to do, particularly in the public sector, particularly in the community sector. Paralegal work, just like you have paramedical work. There's a lot of good paralegal work. So the law is in fact a very rich pathway for you to consider. And remember this, you do not need family in the law to do law. You don't need uncles or aunts or family. You don't need friends of the family in the law. Of those 7 High Court judges, more than half of them had no contact with the law from their family or friends at all. So don't feel you have to be in some sort of club to do law. It's in fact open if you're prepared to give it a go, and I encourage you to consider it.